It's showtime. It's showtime. It's showtime. And it's showtime. And it's showtime. All right, all right. Yes, sir. Telling the people, yes, sir. Let's let that beat build up. Yes, sir. Let me get what I need. Hey. It's 9 o'clock, everybody. It's 9 o'clock. I hope you tuned in because I'm here. I'm live, baby. I'm live. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get that in order there. All right, everybody. It is 9 o'clock on the dot. Yeah. It's 9:02 on the dot. And we are live. Yes, sir. We are live with the We Outside podcast. And I am your host, Daily Night Rider. Yes, sir. That's Daily N-I-T-E Rider. So if you're not following me, hit the button. Find me. Daily Night Rider. Find me. Follow me. Follow me on this journey that we call bike life. And we outside, but we inside tonight. But we outside majority of the time. So as I see everybody is joining, please come on in. Grab yourself something nice to drink. I got me something nice to drink tonight. You guys know. Vitamin water. Oh, coconut water with the pineapple. It's my favorite drink in the world. So if you ever see me on the ride out and you want to give me something, coconut water with the pineapple, everybody. Yes, sir. Gotta have the pineapples. So as this builds up, yes, sir, I see, okay, we in the building. I see you guys cruising and bruising. Okay. I see you, Black Trash Off-Road. Mr. Scott, appreciate you. I see you and your wife are here. Little Vegas, what's going on? Superman, yes, sir, I see you. Fever in the building. All right. I like it. Yes, sir. All right. Everybody is joining the live. Yes, sir. And again, this is Thursday night, 9 o'clock, We Outside Podcast. Again, I am your host, Daily Night Rider. And just want to run things by you guys real fast. We still out here slapping people. So if you see us, any one of us with this jersey on, the Outsiders, pull up on us because we are still slapping folks, okay? Just say slap me and we will slap you with a sticker, okay? Not these. Maybe. But, no, just kidding. We're going to slap you with the stickers, okay? We still running that. Next announcement, 11:15. Tuesday Takeover, Redlands, okay? So y'all be ready out there in Redlands. If you guys don't already know, we jump around. Takeover Tuesday is not a takeover like we pushing other people out the way. We just want to jump in there and do a ride as well. So we call it Takeover Tuesday. So next one will be 11:15 and we will be in the city of Redlands. So please stay tuned for the flyers as they come. Just keep watching the Outsiders page, baby. And let's get into this, man. I got me a nice ice cold drink because this guest is heating it up. Y'all already know this man does everything in the San Diego area. Excuse me. Everything for the kids. He runs all kinds of different rides for the kids. And this month we are talking to kids. So he's not a kid, but he does a lot for the community. He put on for his city. He put on for the kids. Get kids on bikes is the motto. And we see the work that he's doing. We see the hard dedication that he's doing. Like, nobody out here is getting paid to do this stuff. Just put it out there. Nobody's getting paid to put on rides and do all these things. If they are, please contact me and show me how to get that too. But this man does it from the bottom of his heart. When I first started riding, he was an inspiration to me to get me to bring my kids out because I thought this was mainly like an adult-driven type community, which it is. But I saw this man posting so much, get kids on bikes. And then they do these huge events where they're giving out bikes. So, man, we had to have him on the show. He's a big pillar, in my opinion, to the community. He is most definitely an inspiration to all people. And he's just an overall good dude. Like, man, it's not a lot of times you can call up the person leading the ride and just be like, do me a favor, hold the ride for me. This is a good dude. Like, he's got that type of spirit. You can call him up and he'll be like, hey, if I can, I will. You know what I mean? So I don't want to give up too much. I'm gonna let him introduce himself as well. But tonight we got the one and only Fever. So you guys throw up the fire sign emoji in the comments if you guys know about Fever and y'all think he's fire like I do. Throw up the fire emoji. So we're gonna call him up and we're gonna get this party started. Fever, I hope you ready. Because I'm calling you up right now, my brother. Let's see. I don't forgot how to make a call. The lounge music again. Let's see here. Is it this? Oh, it's not that one. I messed up. I'm sorry. So much has changed since last week. I forgot how to call people. No, that's not what I want to do. Man, hold on, everybody. We calling them up. Here we go. Now I got it. There I got it. My goodness. That's why we do this live, man. You mess up, you gotta keep going. You gotta keep rolling. There he is. There he
Yo,
is.
yo.
Fever in the building, everybody.
Yes,
We got
sir.
Fever in the building, the one and only. Yes, sir. I was telling them, man, that when I first met you, I was just like, I'm the type of person before I even like meet a person, introduce a person, I just sit back and watch. You know what I mean? Because people
Right.
can tell you all day long who they are, but I don't believe anybody until I see what other people are saying or what that person is doing. And just me watching you was like, wow, like this dude is out here doing this big for the kids. Like your whole mission is just get kids on bikes. And I was like, man, like you see it at the huge rides, you see all these bikes pull up, you see all these kids getting on the bikes, and I was like, wow, like this is dope. You know what I mean? Somebody out here who is just doing this out of the kindness of their heart, because there's not a lot that do this. And just the fact that you are doing this and the concern is the kids, I just think that was dope. So when I decided I wanted to do a whole month just talking to kids, like I said, I know you're not a kid, you're a grown man, but I had to have you on here, bro, because you do so
Nah,
much
we
for the
all
kids.
kids at we all kids at heart, you know
All
what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So
right. That
so
we
in
are.
reality, like one, thank you, bro. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity of being on here. Let's start with
Yes,
that,
sir. Yes, sir.
So I think it's all about the kids, man, at the end of the day, you know.
It
So
is. It is. It's very, very much so because it's like they're the next generation. So, in order to have that generation function properly, they have to be shown properly how to run it. You know what I mean? You just
facts.
can't put a kid in there and be like, here, run this business or, lead the country. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You have to
yeah.
show them upbringing, discipline, training, everything. I mean, that's with anything. So, we had to have you on here. So I'm gonna let you introduce yourself for those that don't know you. Tell them your name and tell them the city that you're from, and let's go from there.
Fever One. That's my that's what a lot of people know me as. My real name, I'll put it out there, is Eddie. Um, Everybody knows me as Fever.
Yes,
It's
sir.
been my graffiti name since I was shit, dude, I can't even remember. 11 years old, 12 years old, you know.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, started that as a nickname doing graffiti, and it just hung in there with me, man. And just a lot of people know me as Fever, so that's what it
That's
is, you
right.
know.
That's right. That's right.
Born and
I got this little, huh?
born and raised in San Diego,
Yes, sir.
homegrown, and I love all my cities, but this is where I'm from. This is where I represent, and that's it, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was gonna do this little segment, just like a 30 little segment called "What's Your Angle." I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna work it into the podcast at the same time, but that's gonna be the basis of it. So we'll just say like, "What's your angle?" and then you tell everybody what's your Instagram name and tell them how it came about. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna just go back on that real fast. You said you had it since you were a little kid, since 11.
yeah. Nickname, yeah. I've been involved in graffiti for a long time. I was a young buck, and something that caught my attention. Been doing a lot of graffiti vandalism when I was young. Got caught a few times. Got in trouble.
Right.
Um, and then stopped and then just started doing the working thing. And then a few friends kept doing it, and they started doing a little bit of murals after the fact, and just done a little bit of painting here and there. But yeah, man, that's how I got my name. That's how I came up with it with just because of the letters, the F, the E, the V, the E, the R. It just flowed right back in the days when I was doing the graffiti thing. So that's pretty much how it came about. And yeah, that was it, man.
Had nothing to do with like temperature or anything like that. We was thinking like just
Nah,
because it's hot, like you know
nah, nah,
what
not at
I mean.
all, bro. Nope.
And back then, like fever was like a known like word that was used throughout like hip hop. You know what I mean? I remember,
Yeah.
I believe it was Craig Mack or Busta Rhymes always like heard fever. Wait, brand new flavor,
Fever for
fever,
the flavor. That's what my
fever
boy
for the
Chow be
flavor.
saying all the time.
Yeah,
Fever for the
yeah,
flavor. Yeah, no,
yeah,
no, but back in the days, the way you chose your name was you try to keep it as unique as possible, hoping that nobody else wrote the same name. So I got lucky that in my era nobody was writing that name, and I just hung in there and stuck with it, and it just followed me everywhere, man. A lot of people.
yeah.
It's funny. I have friends that have known me for over 10, 15 years, and they're like, I don't even know your real name, bro. What's going on? And I'm like, it's Eddie, bro. Like, they're like, man, I just know you as Fever. And
Yeah,
yeah, but it's a trip, man. But yeah, a lot of people know me as Fever, and Eddie's my real name, so that's pretty
yeah.
much whatever you want to call me, man. I ain't tripping.
Yeah, yeah, man. I'm the same way, brother. I mean, I don't think anybody out here really uses people's first name. Everybody call everybody by their Instagram name, and
Right,
that's kind of
right,
with me. People always was calling me Daily Night Rider, and then I switched it for a little bit to Can I Live, which was a Instagram that I still have that I had when I first started Instagram, and I still have it. But it wasn't like bike life related stuff. But I switched it to that one for a little bit, and it didn't catch on
and
as
then people
quick.
couldn't find you and shit. They were like, "What happened to
Yeah,
Daily Night
yeah,
Rider? Oh, there's his
yeah,
there's his logo, but he changed his name.
yeah,
Oh shit! All
yeah,
right.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, you know what? So I was talking with Wet Paint Larry. He was on
Right.
the show and he was like, man, you need to go back to Daily Night, right? It was just a dope name. I was like, really? Like, okay. Like when
Yeah.
I thought about it, it had nothing to do with bikes. It had absolutely nothing to do with bikes. It was a truck driving thing because I drive trucks.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
it was a truck drive, like daily, like I'm always driving every day and I drive at night and I'm gonna be riding around places. So Daily Night Rider, you know what I mean?
and,
It's
and
just
it just switched into the whole thing.
yeah, it just
I'll share something similar to that, bro. So everybody knows my Instagram icon is a little. It's actually a little beer hop, right? People have told me a bunch of different things. It looks like a Brussels sprout. It looks like a backward nug, and I'm like, nah, it's a beer hop. So for a while, I got really heavy into the beer craft community.
okay.
I was heavy into that. So one day I just put that up there as my picture on my Instagram, and everybody just like even in the beer community, people knew that was my Instagram. That's Fever's logo, and I'm like, it's not my logo. I just threw a picture up there.
Yeah.
So I ran with it, even with the so that came. It transpired into the whole biking community too. Like that little logo, it's on flyers and shit. It's like
Yeah.
that has nothing to do with bikes. It's all about
Right.
beer.
Right.
But
It's
yeah, it's a
funny how
trip,
those
dude.
logos like they stick with you. Like I made a logo like the one that's on my Instagram. I made that logo on like a phone app. It took me like 2 minutes, and people still to this day don't know what it is because it's so small. But it's actually a hand holding a bike wrench, and it's just
Okay.
not a bike wrench, just holding a wrench like a tool, holding a
Right, right,
wrench,
right, right, right.
and it's just a hand. But people thought it was like a fish, like a boned fish. I've heard all kinds of stuff, and
Man, that's
it
crazy. That's
is in
crazy.
a little star. Like I can't remember the whole shape of it, but yeah, it's just a hand holding like a little wrench, and it says Daily Night Rider in the wrench or something like that. So, and like I said, I just made that real quick, and I've been trying to come up with a different one. Like, all right, so I got something in mind I'm working on because I want to do it on some shirts for myself and stuff like that. So yeah, man, it's just funny how this stuff just like ends up sticking with you, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, it just follows you and shit.
Yeah. So again, man, you repping San Diego, the whole bike life community out there. Let's get into why the bikes. Like when did you get into bike life?
I mean, we all shit, dude. I've been riding bikes since I was a kid. Um,
Right.
you know, in the neighborhood, we'd always just ride bikes, you know. So how it pretty much started forming down here in San Diego. There's a little story behind it. So there was ride outs here in San Diego. There was a critical mass that would happen like once a year.
Oh yeah.
You know, there was other rides like my buddy James used to have a ride here and there. No Panic was around. They used to do a couple, you know, rides here and there. But we really had never heard of them. And then we were invited up to a 41 Thursday from some friends that were in the biking community, in the beer community actually. And they were like, hey dude, why don't you guys come up here, check this ride out? And I ended up meeting up with Daniel, you know, Daniel, Dab and Daniel, that's the homie. And he was the first person I met when I went up there. And it was up there, it was me, it was Ren, my boy, it was my buddy Days, it was also Wise. It was us four. We drove in my truck. And we were a little skeptical of like, how were we gonna get you know, embraced? Like, were they gonna be acting a little funny? Because San Diego and LA has always had rivalries when it comes to like a bunch of you know, different segments like graffiti, baseball, football, you know. So but man, when we got there and I introduced myself to a couple of guys, you know, they came up and asked us where we were from, and we said we're from San Diego. And they were just like, man, you guys drove all the way up here just to ride bikes. And we were like, we just want to know what's up, you know, what is this about?
Right.
And it was dope, man. It was a good feeling to see a bunch of dudes meet up, you know, a bunch of adults meeting up at 8 p.m. in downtown LA. And we had a badass ride, dude. Like, we rode through downtown LA, we rode through Skid Row, and never in my life would I have ever thought I would ride my bike through those areas. You know what I mean? Never.
Right.
So it was a great feeling, and it was a trip to see a bunch of different, you know, areas of LA that probably, you know, don't get along, come together and ride bikes. You know, they set their boat to the side and say, hey man, we're here to ride bikes, and that's what we're gonna do. And it was cool to see that. So I'm driving home and I'm thinking like, man, dude, how come we don't have that in our city? You know, we have a nice scenic city. We should be having that. So, you know, my three homies were passed out. I'm driving, and then Days wakes up, and I'm like, hey, dude, you know, we had a blast. Why don't we do this in San Diego? And then Ren wakes up, and so does Wise, and they're like, yeah, we should do this. We should do this. So we just ended up with that, you know. But for me, in the neighborhood I grew up in South San Diego, my homies have always had a yearly thing where for Thanksgiving we get together and we do like a turkey. It's called like a turkey bowl, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't really participate in sports because I got fucked up ankles, so I would just go and drink a beer or two, chill with my boys that I haven't seen in a long time, and just catch up. And then we would all go home and eat turkey and do our thing with our family.
Yeah.
So right before Thanksgiving, I hit up Ren and I was like, "Yo, what's up? Let's do a ride. You know, let's do a flyer. We'll do a ride. See who shows up. Fuck it, let's do it." So I reached out to Days. He made a little flyer. We got that shit going. So happened that it rained on Thanksgiving morning, so we couldn't even ride our bikes. You know. So we moved it to Saturday, and we met up, and it was about 22 of us, I think. And we rode our bikes and we had a blast, dude. And we had a good time. And, you know, we decided to say, hey, why don't we try to keep this, you know, keep pressing this. Like, let's keep promoting this, try to just keep doing it. They said, you know what? Why don't we do a Thursday ride like the 41 Thursday guys down here in downtown San Diego? And he said, I'll be the one that'll be, you know, the one to show up and lead the ride every Thursday. I'm like, all right, let's do it. So we did that. We started with 20 people, 40 people. Next, you know, we're getting 100 people showing up on a Thursday night to ride bikes, dude. And it was pretty fucking dope. You know, it was pretty dope to see a bunch of people come out. And part of it was we had just started you know, maybe 3 months, actually. March 19th was when we started the lockdown in California. And we started, you know, a few months before that. So part of people coming out to ride bikes was because everybody was on a lockdown. So everybody just wanted to get out of their house and do something.
Right.
So we had 100 people showing up to a ride out. And big ups to the guys from 4130 Safety Crew, man. Those guys are doing the damn thing, dude. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I learned from those guys. Big ups to Omar, big ups to Cheech, big ups to Daniel, all those guys, Javi, all those guys are all doing a great job, and I learned from them, dude, like how to run a ride and how to control and get everybody back safe, because that's the priority,
Right.
is making sure that at the end of the day we're all riding bikes, but we all got to get back safe to our families,
Right.
So we did it, man, and it was dope. It was a good feeling,
Yeah. Yeah, man, that was my intro as well. Like you said, 4130. They were my first ride out. My son, after we got some bikes, my son was just, I don't know how he found it, but he was going through like Instagram and looking up bikes. And then as he found people riding bikes, then he saw where they were posting, bike rides.
Yeah.
So on a Thursday, 8 o'clock, he told me prior, but he was like, Dad, let's go to this ride out. And, everything shut down. So I was like, yeah, let's go, because we have nothing else to do. Everything was shut down. So he was like, let's go. So we went. And like, when I say I wasn't ready, I was not ready. I mean, I'm thinking, bike ride, they're going to ride to like a place, maybe stop, eat, talk, and we'll just be at that one spot.
Nah,
Oh,
them fools
no.
ride, bro.
Oh, yeah. Not 4130, bro. When they said they were riding, they were riding.
Yeah,
And
Cheech is smashing,
yeah,
bro. Yeah.
this is my very first ride out, bro. We started um like downtown LA. We came out of there. I remember we hit like old neighborhood areas where I grew up at in LA, over there off of Crenshaw Exposition, over there by the 110. We hit that area. Then we went all the way down Crenshaw. We went over by the Nipsey Hussle store. I had Fat Burger, not even thinking, because I was hungry when we got there. So I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So man, I stopped at Fat Burger. I got like a double burger, big old wedge fries, a drink, and they were like, all right, let's roll. And I was like, all right, left, bro. I barely made it back. When I say I was the last person, I was the last person. And thank God they stopped at that art place in downtown LA. But it's
The taco spot.
no, it's like a big huge chair outside in the
Oh, okay.
parking
Yeah,
lot.
yeah.
It's like an art place or something there, but
Yeah.
it's a huge chair, and it's huge. So they stopped there, and they were getting ready to roll. They had already been there for a while. They were getting ready to roll, and I had just pulled into the parking lot. And you talk about tired, bro. I was so tired. And they were like, we're raw. I was like, there's more. Like, man, we rode all over LA. I just wasn't ready.
But hey, dude, that's everybody's story.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't think anybody showed up to a ride and was like, yeah, I'm here ready to do 40 miles. Let's do
Right.
this shit. Like,
Right.
I think we've all
Right.
progressed. I mean,
Yeah.
bro, me and you are for the same caliber, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
so for us, like, fuck, we riding 40 miles? The fuck?
Yeah.
But you get used to it. I think you progressively, start getting
Oh,
better and better and build your stamina.
Yeah.
And yeah, but yeah, man.
Because I was
that's
not
how it
gonna
goes.
come back. My son had so much fun. He was like, "Dad, we gotta go back." And I was like, "Nah, bro. Like, nah. We gotta find some other rides,
Yeah.
And I never told him, but I was just like, "It's too far. It's in LA. Like, it's too much gas." I made every excuse in the world not to come back. But we couldn't find any in the IE at that time. So we kept coming back, bro. I was a sucker for the pain. And then we did a Goonies ride on a Wednesday.
Oh, those guys pedal too, bro.
Bro, another one. I was like, you got to be kidding me. And then I think we did another 4130, the Subway series. And when they say Subway, bro, we did a full ride out. And then we got on the subway and went to like North Hollywood, and we did like another full ride out. And I was like,
Oh shit.
bro, like, what are they on? Like, you know what I mean? I just could not get with it at that time. But now I'm like, yeah, man, let's go. But after that, I was always like trying to hit up the people in charge, like, who's running this? And then I would be like, hey, by chance,
How many miles are we
how
doing?
many miles?
Any
How many
hills?
miles?
Any hills?
Any hills? How
That's
many
all we-
miles? Yeah, that was all I wanted to know. Like, all right, if they said like 40 something, I was like, this ain't the ride for me. you know. But now I'm
And
like,
but you know
yeah,
what?
man, look,
There's some people that enjoy that, bro, and
yeah,
I think you know it's definitely blown up to where now you can
mm-hmm,
find any ride that you feel is suitable for yourself. You know, some people
right,
bring little kids. You know, some people want to drink. Some people want to do a lot of mileage.
right,
Some people want to ride with the youngsters and do the swerving thing. You know, that's
right, right,
everybody. I think now it's blown up to where like everybody got their what ride you want to go at. Where do you fit in? You
right,
know what I mean? So
right. And I think that's kind of where I've gotten in my my ride ability. I'm like, okay, I know what rides now that I want to get into. Like if I know I want to go and push heavy miles and hills, now I'm like, okay, it's this group over here. And
yeah.
if I know I just want to get out and just cruise, you know what I mean, sip a little beer when we stop and chill out, it's over here, you know. So I've
Yeah.
gotten into that zone of, you know, just because like I said, when I first came out, I was hitting everybody's ride. I didn't know, you know, all the different clubs and this and that. I was just like, where is there a ride? And let's go. You know, once I got like my bearings
So
on
we
and
got a question that says, how can we stay updated on rides? Well, usually you just gotta follow different crews and clubs,
okay.
and see when they do, when they do ride outs. That's pretty much how you get informed.
Yeah,
I know he posts, yeah, he reposting some people's ride outs. I do too. So just stay on the lookout, and then you can just
yeah,
follow the club or whatever, or the page.
right.
Uh,
And I see that was Antonio Lopez, right? So and then
yeah,
also with the rides, if you are following, like, say, Fever, or you're following us, you can always reach out to one of us and be like, hey, what rides are in your area? And I'll gladly send you some flyers. I know Fever will too. He'll shoot you the
yeah.
information. So, you know, if you can't find anybody, because there's a million clubs out there, you're not going to be able to find I don't even know all of them. But I could tell you the ones that are doing it more on a consistent basis, and you know, we could point you in the right direction. So yeah, before we move on, let's jump into the crowd here. Let's see who's all on this live. Oh man, it scrolls forever. But I saw somebody else, Lil Vegas, man. I saw that you had a question. Shoot it in the comments, and I'll find it, because I saw that you had a question in there. So I'm just it's hard when like people will write and some of the words be kind of messed up, and you trying to like patch and understand what they're saying. So
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to do on that one. But yeah, if you guys got any questions that you guys want to ask, anything you want to know, just throw it in the comments, and we most definitely will grab that and and shout it out and answer your question. So yeah, man. Let's see. We got stickers in here. I'm just making sure nobody else had another question that I skipped over, because I have a tendency to do that sometimes. So
Yes,
making
sir.
sure.
Stampede at Dock 52. That was a good ride, a little pit bike stampede. That was dope with
That was
Activos.
dope. That was dope. I went and bought me a little 20-inch after that. I haven't been to the your Stampede yet, but I have a 20-inch. I'm ready to go now. So
Yeah, I
yeah, we've
haven't.
been.
Yeah, people have been asking about putting one together. It's just been the weather's been a little iffy, you know what I mean? But I got one coming up soon. Stampede ride. It's actually going to be a kids ride, so a kids Stampede ride. So we'll figure
Yeah.
that out.
Yeah, let's see. Oh man, they showing you love. Okay, Josh said best West Coast rideouts in SD. Yes, you guys have the advantage for the rideouts in SD, because like, I mean, you got you got the best beaches, you got the coastline, the city is dope, you got the Gaslamp district, you got all these multifunctional things going on all at once in the city, and it's like the perfect setup. It's like LA. LA is like it never sleeps. So anywhere, not anywhere, but most of the parts are like dope ride outs. You know what I mean?
Well, you
Dope
just got
areas for a ride out.
I think the architectural structure is the same. It's like you got your
Yeah,
choice. What do you want to do? You want to do beaches? You
right,
want to do San Pedro in the harbor area, or you want to do
right.
downtown? You want to do IE? So it's like the yeah, we got the same. We got beaches. We got like certain areas where you can choose what type of ride you want to do.
Right.
I love the SoCal, bro. It's dope.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm making sure. Okay, everything. I think I got everybody. Whoever had a
Fool.
question.
Fever,
I
what's the
know.
name of your bike club? I don't got no bike club, fool. You part of my bike club. We a family, bro. Ain't no bike
Stampede
club.
Doc 52 was free. Okay. Oh, somebody said high mileage. Stampede. Oh, we already talked about that. Doc 52 was fire. Bring it back, Fever. They want you to bring back that ride. Okay. What kind? Okay. What kind of bike? What kind of bike do you ride, Fever? That's from Black Trash Off Road. Want to know what type of bikes you ride?
Um, my main bike that I ride is a Fast Ripper. So I pretty
Oh,
much want. I got the Generation One. I flipped that shit and reversed it right away as soon as I bought it. So
right.
it's painted a different color. It's got a profile hub. It's got Maxes on it. It's got the beast mode bars. Um, shit. What else? It's not
And
nothing fancy.
it
It's
say
nice.
Fever on it too.
Yeah, it's a fever ripper. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So that's the main
Yeah.
one that I ride, and then I have two pit bikes, and then I have a 20-inch. When I was young, bro, the only bike I wanted to get was a 20-inch black and gold PK Ripper.
Mm.
So 2019 when they released them, I waited a whole year to get that motherfucker, bro.
Yeah.
So I have that bike. I have a 26-inch OM Flyer, the red one. And then I have a 29-inch Geronimo. Shout out Geronimo. I'm actually wearing his hoodie today. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Big hoodie.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, that's what I ride. And actually, the Geronimo's right behind me.
Oh. Ooh. Is that one all polished?
It's all chrome. I've only rode it once, bro. I'll show you guys.
Man, that one's fire back there. I see half of it.
Oh, give me a second. Let me see how you switch this shit. All right. Before anything, I'm raffling that canvas right there for our Thanksgiving ride out, and
Oh, okay.
proceeds are going to my friend's family. He was hit on his bike last year on Thanksgiving Day, and he passed away. So rest in peace, Octavio Mendoza. That's actually from Dice One. I don't know if you know who Dice One is, but he's a famous graffiti artist from San Diego. He has that clothing line, Dice One.
Oh,
So he painted this
okay.
canvas. That shit's 4 feet by 2 feet, man. That shit's big.
Wow,
$25 a ticket. $25 a ticket. All proceeds going to Octavio's kids. So.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So, and I'm doing a jersey. I'm throwing a jersey in there, and I'm throwing a bunch of other shit in there for the raffle. So, but here we go. Here's the bike, bro. It's
Oh, got the elves. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, okay. Oh, the gorillas. Okay.
it's got the gorillas. It's all
Yeah.
triple chrome. It's got the
Sweet.
bullseyes.
Yeah.
Bullseye
Yeah.
pedals.
Oh, them tires is knobby.
And then
Still see all the nipples in there.
I have these covered, but those are Hurricanes.
Oh, okay, yeah. Ooh, okay. You got one over there. Okay.
Sir,
That was
it's got the little
nice.
thin tires, and then on top of that, it's just pinstripe, bro. You can't really see it because that's how I wanted it. But if you see down here,
Oh, yeah. I see it underneath. Yeah, okay.
and there's a little bit
Okay.
of pinstripe right there. There's a
Sheesh.
little bit of pinstripe on the forks.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A
Okay,
little bit.
see?
Just wanted some touches, and then
Right, got that heat.
so yeah, that's the baby right there, bro.
That was
That's
nice. And that's a 29er?
the 29-inch,
Okay.
and then the
Ooh,
20
that
inch
was
is
nice.
right there. See, there's my
Oh, yeah, right up underneath it. Yeah.
yes, sir.
Okay.
A little sneaker collection.
Jeez. Okay.
That's
Okay, got him in the
that's one of my
glass
problems
box.
right there, bro.
Yeah,
One of my
okay. He's
problems,
serious
sneakers.
about it. Yeah, man. Hey, so let's get back into the bike life here. I left out a couple parts on that bike life question, how you got into it. But let's talk about favorite parts of bike life, and let's talk about where you see improvement for bike life, and then further the future of bike life. It's like a 3-part question.
So the first part question was what? What do I like?
Yeah, favorite thing about bike life.
Shit, dude, feeling free, getting out, and taking just a second out of your day, and you know, letting loose, feeling like
Right.
you're a kid when you don't got no bills, no problems, no worries. You're just out
Right.
there riding your bike. So that's one thing I love about riding bikes is
Right.
it's an outlet. You
Right.
you 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 let go of any issue you have. You're just worried about riding your bike, and that's it. So that's one
Now
thing I
the
love about.
challenge. Now the challenging part, the dislikes. Or
Um,
I don't like to say dislikes. I like to see the areas where we can improve bike life. How about that?
well, that's a tough one. Not a tough
Yeah.
one. That's a deep one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things, bro. I mean, for everything, there's always improvements on every aspect of anything.
Right.
So one thing I would say is just safety. First and foremost, I think a lot of times people think announcements are rules, and they can be categorized as rules. Sometimes I say, hey man, we're gonna go over some rules. And
Hmm.
I get it. I was young. Nobody likes rules. You tell me not to do something, I'm gonna do it. So that's one thing is these kids need to understand that we're not out here being assholes to try to like ruin your fun. We want to
Right.
make sure you have a good time
Right.
and you make it home back to your mom and dad. You know what I mean? Which is
Right.
important.
Right.
Excuse me. So one thing that I think we should focus on is safety. Safety for these kids, and teach them how to run these rides. Teach them about what we're doing. The right way.
Right.
And yeah, so that's going to be the one I'm going to stick to the most. The main one is safety, though. Is
Right.
making sure that we help these kids out, guide them, show them the right way, and keep them safe. So
I agree, man. I agree 100% because, like you said, safety. We got to bring them back because if not, that parent is gonna come and find whose ride it was, and they're coming directly to you. They want
yeah,
answers. You know what I mean? And they don't want to hear, oh, I don't know, the kid was just doing whatever. You know what I mean?
and
They
that,
don't want to hear
and
that.
let's be real. That doesn't necessarily just go to the youth. It goes to all of us. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like uh, accidents can happen to an adult just how it can happen to a youngster, or it can happen to a kid. So
True.
all of us just self-awareness of what's around you. And I get it, bro. Sometimes nobody wants to say shit because they don't want to be the bad guy, but sometimes you have to, because if you don't say nothing, you're not being part of the solution. You know what I mean?
True.
You have to
Absolutely
help.
true.
You have to put in your 2 cents,
Absolutely.
because it could be one of your family members. It could be you. It could be,
Right.
who we lost recently, and it touched all
Right.
of our hearts.
Right.
And none of us were expecting something like that. That's for sure.
Right.
So
Not at all.
it's important, and that's one thing that I think we need to focus on, is safety. Boom. Point
Yeah.
blank.
I think so, man. That's the for for me looking and just getting into like an actual club and trying to form these things. How do you go about formulating the safety portion of it? Just like through, I know you guys you do like the announcements, but like 4130, they have like a whole safety crew. They're riding the front, they're in the middle, they're in the back, like they're on you.
so
You
so
do
so
something at those rides, they're on you.
so now, I mean, it's tough for me now, because it's like I just try to ask close friends to help me. If we rewind back to where we were at with the keep it rolling stuff, roll out Thursdays, it was me and Days pretty much. He would, we learned from the guys in 4130, bro. We seen them have radios. Boom, we got radios. We're like, communication,
Right.
that's key.
Right.
Well, I would hold the back and Days would hold the front. So he was leading and I was holding the back, like trying to hurry people up. And
Right.
if you broke down, I would try to help you. I'm not even too savvy when it comes to fixing bikes, but I was there trying to fucking fix
Yeah.
your flat, if
Yeah.
I can. And so that's how we would run it. But right now it's just pretty much, it's grown so much to where, like, when we have it right here in San Diego, all crews pretty much help. It's
Right.
never like just those guys. Nah.
Right.
We usually help each other out. Every ride I go to, bro, if I see somebody needs help, or if I see that we need to hold traffic and stop somebody, and hey man, we need to chill, like, I'll
Right.
help. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Yeah, that's the hard part is like if it's just a ride and it's like 15, 20 people, it's a lot more easier to manage. But once your rides are getting to like 200 and 300 plus, you're like, bro, like I don't,
oh, it's
what I
tough,
mean?
bro.
I
It's
can't be
tough, man.
everywhere, like.
It's tough. And
Yeah.
you just gotta learn, bro. I mean, you gotta learn from what you think is gonna make it safe. You know, like I mean, shit. We've even implemented like pops, having pops follow us and be
Right.
the pickup guy. You know what I mean? Hey, bro,
Right.
somebody fell and hurt themselves. Throw them in the Escalade and let's go. You know.
Right.
So you learn as you go, and I think that you know, it's a tough task, man. People don't understand the behind the scenes work that it takes to
Right.
be or to organize a
Right.
ride. And like
Yeah,
you
man, that's
said,
tough.
there's a big difference of a 30, 40 people ride to a two,
Right.
three, four, 500 people ride. It's a huge
Right.
difference, you know. So
Right. Yeah, man, I've recently learned that because, like I say, being in this club, the Outsiders, I've been asked to uh, put together some rides. I actually just did one with Jam and Jerry, man, dope ride. Pat 605 Jam and Jerry asked me to host his ride, so I had to go to LA. I had to scout the route, and it was just a handful of us out there scouting the route. And the difficult part is like, I know my whereabouts of LA, but I don't know all those little nooks and crannies
yeah,
and,
yeah,
setting up, okay, let's make a stop here because it's close to a store, a decent store where you can get, something to eat, drink, or whatever, so that was the hardest part of trying to get the ride to flow. And so I had to call on, somebody that I know that really knows LA and live in LA and is like, they are the streets, you know what I mean? Because they're every day, they're in the streets, they're on their bike, they're rolling back and forth. So I called on my buddy DJ Give. You probably heard of DJ Give, but I called on my buddy DJ Give out in LA. His name is Nick. And I had him to help me scout the route. I had an idea of the places that I wanted to hit. And I told him, and I was like, now just make it flow, and he
yeah,
put it
yeah.
together like perfect, perfect, man. The
That's
route
how
was
it
just
works, you know.
nice.
You form a Voltron, bro. You
Yeah,
just
yeah,
make that shit work, you know.
yeah,
Sometimes
yeah,
the arm might be missing, bro, but you just fucking run with it, you know. So
exactly,
yeah, but
exactly. Yeah, man, that's
that's
how it
usually how it
was.
goes, man. Everybody helps out somehow, some way, you know. Like I'm gonna give a shout out to my boy Manny. Every time we have a ride, he works somewhere where he can get ice. So he's like, count on
Yeah,
me with getting ice. You know, he brings the ice chest. He got ice. So
yeah,
one example, we all help each other out. You know, it's a family thing. So
yes, sir, yes, sir. Now, my last question was the future of bike life. Where do you see this thing in like the next 5, 10 years, or just with you in bike life in the next 5, 10 years?
oh fuck. Excuse my language. It's a tough one, bro. I think it definitely goes somewhere. Like we're seeing you know, somebody that I look up to, man, Lil Young Deezy. I think you spoke about him in
Oh yeah,
on your
always.
last podcast, but
That's my guy.
you know, yeah, dude, he's taking it to another level where he's taking it to, you know, mainstream where he's doing you know, commercials and stuff like that. So I
Yeah,
would love to see young kids, you know, like we have a youngster out here, JKO, you know, we have, you know, a couple youngsters like uh who else is out here tearing it up? Jesse, you know, he hasn't been riding much, but he tears it up. You know, my coworker, dude, Terrell Tata, he be tearing it up. So I would love to see these guys, you know, use that platform to make a career for themselves, even if it's not a
right,
long term career, you know, but
right,
use that to wiggle in and get another something else, you know. So
right, right.
that'd be nice, you know, and I think that, you know, hopefully bike life keeps growing, man. I think it's taking a little bit of a halt right now because I think people are getting back to normal since COVID is
Yeah,
already kind of over. Um, but you know, this is a movement, bro.
yeah,
This is like skating. This is like 20-inch BMXing. It's not going to go nowhere. You know, it's
yeah,
not going nowhere
yeah.
for sure.
I agree. I agree, man. I get a lot of people that tell me like, man, like the bike life ain't what it used to be. It's dying out. It's this, it's that, and I'm like, look, it's whatever you make it. If it's dying out, then how do we bring it back? How do we bring it back to what it is? You know what I mean? And then, like you said, you have people like DZ and everybody that you named. You have other people, Jay Miles. Like Jay Miles just did Vogue. Like that's huge with
Yeah,
one wheel. He rode down the runway with one wheel on the back of his bike, you know? So I'm like, to me, that's progress, that's growth. But we go back to what we were talking about, you know, each one teach one, you know? If
Yeah,
we
most
don't steer the
definitely.
generation, then it's a possibility it could die out. But if
And
we
I think
keep it
that's important.
stimulated,
That what you said right now is important, man. We have to set the examples. You know what I mean? I think a lot of times we forget. You know, and I'll say this, bro. The way I was brought up, I don't want my kids to be brought up that way. So I
right,
don't want them to see the examples I seen when I was being brought up. So I try to change the chain. And hey, man, if I could set a better example for them, and I will, you know. And I think that's what
right,
we need to focus on too, is setting these examples for these kids to be able to run with this, because we're old, bro.
right,
We're gonna get older and older, and these kids are gonna be our age one day, and they're gonna be like
right.
doing what we're doing, you know. So
Hmm.
I think that's important, man. I think that's
Yeah.
key.
Oh yeah, and like I say, man, you're doing a good job of that because, like I say, man, you getting these kids on bikes, getting these kids bikes, and getting them on bikes, getting them riding. They're at the ride outs. To me, like I said, when I first started riding, I would see all these flyers and this and that. Just San Diego was just like the spot, and I wish I didn't live so far because I would be down there all the time, bro. Because I'm like, it's always just anytime I go to San Diego, whether it's bike life related or not, I always have such a great time. So I'm like, the city is already just a great city. It's the best beaches in my opinion on the coast, you know what I mean, on the West Coast. So I'm like, it's already just a good time. And then you add in, the things that you can see on a bike riding through the city. Like, any kid who has that opportunity, I'm like, you guys are blessed. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You get to just roll around and see the beach and everything and see the city and everything else, man. It's beautiful out there. So you're doing a good job of that, man. So I'm gonna jump back in the comments real quick. Let's see. Where do you recommend getting a bike? I'm in San Diego. That's again from Antonio Lopez. So
so
what's
I
the bike shops
recommend
out there?
I'll recommend two spots for you. I'll recommend Good Bikes in National City. It's GUEDBYKES. Good Bikes, or Inky's Bikes in El Cajon, bro. Go check those two spots out. If you go to Good Bikes, it's my boy Rocky. Tell him Fever sent you. He'll take care of you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And let's see. Have we ever I'm just looking to see if I missed anything. Safety crews are important, yes, sir, Mr. Scott. They most definitely are. I mean, I feel like they're the ones that keep the ride flowing, and like you said, that communication and everything. So yeah, man. So just so everybody knows, coming up, you guys have a ride as well, right? You wanna tell everybody the date, the time, the wheres, the who's, the what's, the
Yeah,
whens.
yeah, yes, sir. So we have so this whole thing started on Thanksgiving 2019. So we have our 4 year annual turkey ride out. And like I said, this year I'm doing the things a little bit different, because last year it didn't happen on our ride, but one of my good friends' little brother, was riding his bike and got hit by a truck, hit and
Oh,
run, and he actually passed away from that. So this year he asked me if I would do, a little memory ride for him. I said, of course. Like, his two older brothers were my mentors when I was a youngster. So their family means a lot to me. So I was like, yeah, of course I'll do that. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna do the raffles. We're gonna do the canvas. We're gonna do a bunch of prizes. So we're gonna do our yearly ride Thanksgiving morning, at J Street Park, and we're gonna ride in his memory. And December 18th, I got toy drive with my boy Cali Burrito, Beto Perez from the radio station. And that's going to be everybody from San Diego. We all come together. We do a toy drive. We link up with a nonprofit organization, and they get 50 families for us to give them toys and stuff. So we do
that's
that for
nice. That's
Christmas.
dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. And
Yeah.
I
And
think,
and so I'll want to recap a little bit. So kind of how it transpired after, and one thing that I changed when we were doing these rides. So May 30th, there was a complete lockdown. Yeah, it was May 30th, complete lockdown in Cali. In LA, there was no beach access, no park access.
yeah,
But
yeah,
we didn't have that lockdown down here in San Diego. So we
right.
did a ride, and everybody from LA came, dude, and we had about 300 riders. That was our first big ride.
Yeah.
So we did a dope route. It was a beach route, and there was an incident that transpired during that ride where a two young ladies that were driving their car didn't want us holding them back. So they pulled over and they started trying to find somebody to attack that was riding bikes with us. They ended up attacking this young little girl.
Oh wow.
One of the ladies attacked a young 15-year-old girl or 12-year-old girl. Another lady that was riding bikes started beating on the white lady that got off the car to beat the young girl. And we came out in the news, bro, and they were saying mob of riders spitting on people and keying cars and getting off and beating people up. And they said our name. They were like, yeah, keep it rolling. And we were like, what the fuck? Like, that wasn't even what was going on. Like,
Right.
the story wasn't
Right.
even that. The lady attacked the little girl. What did she expect to do? You know, like, what
Right.
did she think was going to happen? So that was where everything was a little bit iffy. I was kind of like, man, dude, like, I don't want to be put in a situation where that's being pointed my way, because that's not what I'm
Right.
trying to, we're trying to push a positive movement here. So the next day I went to work and I just kept thinking, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? So I said, we have to flip this from that negative to a positive. So let's do a fundraiser. I told myself, let's do a fundraiser. And every time somebody asks, what is this? Then we tell them it's a fundraiser. We're raising money. And what are we using this money for? Well, let's get kids bikes. So that's how it all started. So we started a fundraiser, and within 5 weeks, one of my good friends, J-Rod, and his brother, Stony Delights, those guys donated a bike. And they gave it to us. And they said, here, go ahead and raffle it. Whatever money you guys make, you get added to the pot for you guys to get these kids bikes. So it took us 5 weeks, bro. We raised $5,000, and I thought that was super dope. I was so amazed how fast we all came together to do it. I mean, my wife was making burritos at Ride Outs. We were selling waters. We sold raffle tickets. We sold jerseys and actually no, jerseys weren't even out yet. I'm tripping. We didn't sell any gear. We raised the $5,000, and then we couldn't find any bikes. We tried to find Broncos for kids, SE Broncos, and we couldn't find any bikes, bro. So we waited for a whole year. Once that year came around, we were able to get those 20 bikes. We did a big ride out. We gave 20 SE Broncos out to kids with a set of helmets and a set of lights, and we Jimmy's bikes. Shout out to Jimmy, and he helped donating the lights and the helmets. So that's how it all started. And as far as like the fundraiser part of getting kids on bikes, and so we did that, and I was like, dude, like, what am I gonna do next? Like, am I gonna be done with this fundraiser? Am I gonna keep doing it? So I decided to continue to do it, and this time I wanted to focus on teenagers. So we raised I don't even have the exact count of how much money we raised, but we raised enough to get 15 big BMX bikes. And I have those right here, right now in my house. I have like 10 bikes here and then a couple other bikes spread out. So I'm waiting to finalize all these kids that have been nominated to get these bikes. And hopefully January, February, we're going to do a big ride out. We're going to give away 15 big BMX bikes. So that's the next one.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was wondering about that because I saw the information we had talked about. So I thought I had missed the ride. I was like, oh, maybe
Nah.
didn't see it.
So that it was pretty much the same thing. It was hard to get bikes at first. Now they're everywhere. So I was able to get them pretty fast. The last bike that I raffled was all I needed to do to finalize to raise enough money to get the 15 bikes. And then boom. And then we have locks, and then we have helmets for the kids. And I'm working on getting them lights. So yeah, that one's going to be pretty dope, man. On top of that, I have a couple of San Diego Bike Life family besides like other people that are actually nominated kids. So we're not only giving away 15, I think we're giving a total of 18 bikes, bro.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's love.
These
right there,
these are 29 inches, bro. These are like, I mean, there's Thrones, there's GTs, there's SEs, there's I have Mafias coming in too. I have a couple Mafias coming in. So yeah, dude. So that's pretty much the fundraiser, and I don't have it set in stone. It's me by myself. Nobody else runs it. I run it. I run the money. I save the money. And yeah, dude. So that's pretty much where I'm at. You know, that's pretty much what I'm doing with that fundraiser, dude. Get kids on bikes, San Diego, man.
Man, that's crazy, bro. It's like, well, my question is like, why these kids? You know, why? Well, like most people take the stance, they like, man, them kids, you know what I mean? But you like, nah, we gotta do it. You gotta do what
You
I
know,
gotta do.
there's shit. There's a two-part answer to that. One, it's fucking simple, dude. They're our future, dude.
Right.
They are our future. You know what I mean? And a lot of these kids nowadays, come on, I have two boys, bro. My oldest is 23. That's very outgoing. He used to ride with us in the beginning, but he started his own. He got a girlfriend. He started to build music.
Yeah.
My youngest, he's 19. That guy would not go on a bike ride. Does not want to go outside. He'd rather just be in his room, playing his computer, chilling with his homies online, you know? So that's what's transpired now with these kids. Back in our days, bro, like my punishment was like, you can't go outside and play with your friends. I'll be like, fuck, I can't go outside and play with my friends. What do you mean? So that was the worst, you know?
Yeah.
And now you tell these kids, like, they don't want to go outside. So I think
Right.
giving these kids a bike, putting them in something that was fun for us, that used to get us, you know, give us joy and give us that outlet. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So that's the one part answer. The second part is I was that kid, bro. Like I grew up in I mean, bro, my single mother, 3 kids. I have 2 sisters. Shout out to my sisters. I love them very much. Shout out to my mom. But we were poor, bro. We were on, you know, welfare, you know, food stamps. My mom never got me a bike, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I my first bike, I stole it. You know what I mean? And then sold some parts or traded some parts to make it look like it wasn't the same bike. I'm not proud of that now, but that was the get down, bro. That was where I was at. So to me, like for example, besides these bikes, I've given away a few bikes, bro. Like I think total, besides the 20 SE Broncos, I think, and these 15, I think I'm at like, so 20, 35. I'm at like 42 bikes that I've given away, bro. Yeah,
man.
Yeah. So, and this is like some I don't even like I won't post it, bro. Like you know, there was this dude that he you know, his bike. This guy rode his bike and broke his frame, dude. That's how much he rode his bike, right?
God.
And he was pretty much like giving up on it. Like, I'm done with this. And yeah, I said, hey, dude, like, I got a bike. Come get one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I told him, I'm not gonna post nothing. I'm not gonna tell nobody I gave it to you. You don't gotta tell nobody I gave it to you, bro. It's all from the heart. And he was just like, thanks, man. Like, he's like, I was seriously like not understanding how I was gonna get another bike, and that's my outlet to not like blow up on somebody. And I'm like,
right,
there you go, you know. So
it's crazy, man. Like,
those are the kids that it was me, bro. Like, I didn't have a bike, so if somebody would have gave me a GT or a Throne or when I was a kid, man, like, who knows? Maybe that would have changed my life. You know what I mean? So
true.
That's what I'm gonna do. You know, is, you know, change a kid's life. And one thing I'm gonna say, bro, is I don't do this shit for clout. Everything that I've done, non-profit, bro.
Yeah.
Even from like my hat pins to the jerseys that I've sold to, like, you know, whatever it is that I raffle, you know, I forgot what it was. I raffled something for somebody, and they're like, "Here, man, here's $100," and I was like, "Nah, man, just make a donation to the fundraiser." You know, like, I don't. Yeah, dude. So everything I do is for that, bro. Like, I don't pocket no money. I don't make no money off of this. You know what I mean? So I love using that platform that I'm gonna say 4130 handed down to me, and using that platform to give back to my community. I love that. That's never in my life would I ever thought that I could be able to do that, bro. Never. So
that's dope, man. That's dope. I mean,
good.
that we never know, like, what something means to somebody or how that will change the direction of their life. You know what I mean? And it's simple as, like you said, a bike. You know, like you said, you was in that position. And it's funny, you know, when you said, you know, you stole your first bike. I had my first bike my parents bought for me, but like anything else, like inner tubes, new handlebar, any of that stuff, like we did the same thing. Like, We
Yeah,
traded
it's just,
parts. We
yeah,
stole a couple parts here and there.
yeah.
Like,
We would go hang out at the bike
yeah,
shop, bro, and act all cool with the guys. All
yeah,
yeah. Meanwhile, we're over there in the back taking off pedals and pegs
yeah.
and shit. And the next day we'd show up, and then that bike was removed, and they'd be like, "Yeah, somebody took the pedals and shit from the bike." We're like, "Oh,
Hey,
really? Oh, okay.
it's
That
funny you
sucks."
say that because I tell my son all the time. He's like, "Oh, Dad, I'm just run to the store real fast, and I'm gonna just leave my bike by the window." Or I ride with people that be like, "Oh no, I have a lock, and I'm gonna lock it up around here." And I'm like, "Bro, you locking the frame, but like the tires, everything is there. Nobody's gonna take
Come
that." I'm
on,
like, "Bro,
bro.
when I was a kid, you would come back to a bike just being locked up, the frame was still there. Everything would be gone. Like air,
Bro,
stem, bar,
I'll
tires."
share this story with you. I think I think I was like 12 years old, 11 or 12, and we're at, man, I think I rode to on my homie's pegs, and it was three of us, so four of us, two and two. We had two bikes, so two riding, two on pegs, and we rode through this to this arcade that was pretty far that had just opened from our, we heard from our neighborhood, and boom, we get there, bro. There's a chrome 20-inch GT Performer outside. Little white kid left it there, bro. Went inside
Yeah.
the arcade. I'm like, oh, you messed up, bro. I jumped on that bike, bro. Let alone, dude, my house was far, bro. Like I'm talking about like a good 15 miles, 12, 15 miles from. I mean, when I was a kid, 15 miles was a lot.
Right,
Bro,
right.
I took off on that bike. I pedaled all the way home, right? So that was a Thursday. Friday, I didn't ride it because I was like, I'm not gonna ride it. I don't need it for that. I think I could find it,
Yeah, yeah.
Saturday, my boys are like, let's go ride it, bro. Let's go to the beach and ride it. All right, let's go. So here we are, all three of us riding our bikes. Bam, 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 bam. All right, let's go to our homie's house and hang out, play video games. So we go to our boy's house and we're playing the video games, and we left our bikes out there. And I was smart. I was like, I'm gonna put my bike and then put my homie's two bikes on top of mine. Bam,
Yeah.
bam. Went inside playing video games. We come outside. Guess which bike they took, bro? I came out,
Yours.
that bike was gone, bro. And I was like, damn, they got me just the way I got that kid. Fuck, I felt like a dick, bro. But you know what?
Oh man.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Here's what I'm gonna say. That was the card I was dealt. That was my upbringing, bro.
Right.
It wasn't that like I was like I wanted to do that. That's the gutter life I wanted to live.
Right.
That's the hand I was dealt, man. Like, what can I do,
Right.
But yeah, that was the story I remember, bro. I wasn't too happy about it. Now that I'm an adult,
Yeah.
but
Right. But you know what? But you've made up for it. You made all the changes, and here it is. You done gave out 40 something bikes, you know what I
yeah.
mean? And still going strong. So, we can't be mad at that. We can't take that away from you. It's just like you said, it was the hand you was dealt at that time, but you got a new hand now, you know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah. I'm
Yes,
changed,
sir.
man. I'm changed. I'm happy with the person I am now, man.
Yes, sir.
I went through some stuff and I made the change, and now I'm good, man. I'm straight.
Yes, sir. All right. Let's get back in these questions real fast. So I threw this one in there, but if not bike life, then what life? What other hobbies do you do?
Oh man, I got a lot of those, bro.
I saw the shoe
Shit,
collection on the
yeah,
wall.
yeah. Sneakers is one of them. That's been my hobby for a while. I just got into hats, so I've been collecting these like fitted. My son got me into this hat, and that's his pin right there. Actually,
Oh,
he
okay,
made
yeah,
he made that pin. So yeah, that's another hobby. But two other hobbies that I really really love that I've been doing for a long time. One is obviously graffiti. I've been playing, I've been doing graffiti for a long time. I got into the mural thing, so I a little bit of talent. I'm not like super great, but I could defend myself. And then I play poker, man. So I'm
I seen
you know,
that.
yeah, I've been playing poker since 2003, four ish, and I even took it like to like trying to play for a living for 2 years, and it was tough. It was a
Yeah,
tough roller coaster, but it was cool. It was just too much time away from my family when I was younger, and yeah, dude. So I play poker. That's another thing. I go play at the World Series of Poker and try to give a shot at big bucks. But
yeah,
it's a hobby, bro. It's something that I love to do. You know what I mean? Like it's like graffiti, riding my bike, and playing poker are three things that I get into the zen where like I'm not focused on anything else but my task of what it is I'm doing at that moment with that,
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's those three things are like my main hobbies, bro.
Have you been the guy you was playing poker in there and you had on the sunglasses so they don't see the
Oh
poker
yeah, yeah,
face?
I got the whole
Yeah.
get down, bro.
Yeah.
Earphones, like yeah, dude,
What you say? Headphones too?
yeah, earphones. I got my glasses on, like
They
yeah,
allow
man,
you to
like
wear that type of
it
stuff in there?
yeah, yeah, it's
Really?
war. It's hey, bro, it's war. Pretty much, it's a psychological war of tells, bro. So if you're giving up a tell, and this guy's so pretty much why we were earphones is just to keep my mind busy because it's a boring game. You're just waiting and waiting. But
Yeah.
my glasses, the reason why I wear them is my phone's dying. Let me actually right there real quick. The reason
Oh,
why I
okay.
wear glasses is because I don't want these guys watching me watch them. So,
Right.
you know, while I folded my hand, I'm watching what's going on, seeing what these guys are doing. So what did this guy do when he was strong? What did he do when he was weak? What is he doing against me in this hand? Do I have him or do I not have him beat? So it's that's why you wear glasses, bro. It's not like some people
Oh,
do, some
okay.
people don't. I like it because like my eyes are going everywhere, bro. I'm watching every fucking like dude. I got my neighbor next to me and I'm staring at him, bro. Looking at his neck. How is he breathing? Is he
Oh,
uncomfortable? Is he twitching? All this shit. So, and I don't want him to see me see him. You know, I don't want him to see me see that. So that's
yeah.
why I wear glasses. You know, it's a little
Okay, so I
strategic.
know poker is not for me. I can tell you right now because I wear my emotions on my face. I'll be like,
Nah.
if I get
But you,
something
hey,
good in my hand, I'll be
but
like,
see,
damn.
it's all about psychological part, bro. You can flip it on them, so you can play your normal, reaction. But then when you don't have that hand and you do that reaction, what is the person gonna think? Oh shit,
Yeah,
this guy has the same hand. He made that gesture. Yeah, what the fuck is this connect?
yeah,
Yeah. So it's just a psychological game, bro. It's just it's like when you want them to think you're nervous and you act nervous. You know what I mean? So.
yeah. I'll be all over the place. I'll be like, bro, why you staring at me so much? Stop looking at me. They'll be like, sir, get out of
Yeah.
there, please. Get.
Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned, bro. My other one is sneakers, bro. I got a sneaker
Oh
problem.
yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Look at that shit.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
bro,
man.
it's an issue,
Oh
man.
yeah.
But you know what?
Hey,
It's
those are good habits.
my wife loves that shit too. She collects sneakers too, and that's another reason. Like I have people ask me, like, "What's up, man? How come you collect so many sneakers?" I'm like, bro, when I was a kid, dude, my mom didn't buy me shoes. She'd buy me Pro Wings, bro, at
Right.
Payless.
Yeah.
And I swear, dude, like all the homies had the nice, whatever Reeboks, Adidas, Pumas, and I'm like over here with these XJ900s, like, and I used to
You
be like,
said the
Mom, just buy me
XJ
a pair of
900.
Vans. How much are the Vans? They're $40. I could buy you 3 pairs of shoes at
Yeah.
Payless. Fuck that. I'm like, oh, like, but that was, dude, like my first paycheck. I remember. So my first job was Carl's Jr. My first paycheck, I went and bought 2 pairs of sneakers, bro. That was
Yeah.
it. I spent my whole paycheck on 2 pairs of sneakers, and my mom was mad, and she was like, "Why'd you do that?" I'm like, "Cause you never wanted to buy me shoes, so this is what I wanted to do with my first check."
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, right now that I'm good, I'm okay. I like buying sneakers, man. So
Right.
yeah,
It just stuck with it. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Like look down and see a nice fresh pair of kicks, and you like it don't even matter the outfit you got on. If the
yeah,
kicks is nice, it'll overcompensate the whole outfit. You could be
bro.
wearing like some bummy outfit with
I'm
holes in
hella
it
simple.
and
I'm hella
fresh
simple.
J's. Yeah, and
Mark,
it's like that's
I
it.
don't wear I don't really rock like gear like that. T-shirts, bro. I've been buying AAA black and white tees. Whew, 2005. That's all I wear, bro.
Yeah.
Back then, I used to get the dozen for $16, a dozen white tees, and
Damn.
then $22 for a dozen black tees.
Not no more.
And
That's the price of
I
one.
still I know, but they're more now. But still, the way I see it is like, dude, I get 12 T-shirts for $30, right?
Right.
I'm gonna buy one polo for 100,
Yeah.
and then as soon as I wash it one time, it's done.
Good.
Most polos are done.
Yeah.
So it's like I just buy
Shrunk
black and white
and
tees, bro,
faded.
and so I'm simple. Like I'm not even like too like I don't care about Gucci or none of that shit. Like
Yeah.
bro,
Yeah.
But I gotta wear some nice crispy sneakers, bro.
Gotta have
That's
the
for
kicks.
sure.
Yeah. Gotta
Yes,
have the
sir.
kicks. Gotta
Yes,
have the
sir.
kicks. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, let's get right here. Favorite brand bikes. I know we talked about the bikes that you do have, and that might be the favorites right there, but favorite brand of bikes, if you have. And then the next question would be bikes that you would like to have that you don't already have or haven't had before.
Um, favorite bike brand. I think when I was young, it was like a PK Ripper was very rare, bro. There was like one in the whole neighborhood, I think.
Yeah,
So I mean, I think I used to love GT Performers. That was a bike or
yeah,
a dyno, you know.
yep,
But I think a bike that I would like to have, I wouldn't mind having one of those 36-inch beasts for my boy Bevel. Um,
yeah, yeah,
I wouldn't mind riding. I rode one before. They're pretty dope. But I mean, like I already have a 16, 20, 26, 29. So yeah, I probably wouldn't mind. I mean, the Geronimos are dope, dude. But I already built one, so
yeah.
I don't need another Geronimo.
It's
But
funny you say that. I was thinking about that just last night. I was looking at some videos and I saw it was a girl from San Diego, as a matter of fact. She was riding on that 36 inch, and I think she was wearing like a bunny outfit or something like that. So she might have been in Texas at the ride out, or it was somewhere. But I know she's from San Diego. But she was riding that 36, and I was looking at that 36, and I was like, dang, that was nice because it was a quad angle. And I was like,
okay.
man, that was nice.
Oh, I've seen that one. Yeah, dude, I talked to that guy. He came to the ride out in San Diego for end of the summer banger.
Yeah,
He built that one, bro.
yeah,
He
yeah,
fabricated that 36 inch. He's
yeah,
proud about that. Dude, that bike is nice. It's like a
yeah,
root beer
yeah,
brown, huh? Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, that shit's
That
ill,
one
dude. That's
is
a nice one.
nice. And I was like, when he told me he built, I was like, what do you mean you built it? Because I talked to him as well. I was like, what do you mean you built it? He was like I actually got the metal and I framed it, I welded it myself. I was like, what?
Yeah, yeah. He
So
fabricated
yeah,
that whole bike. I was impressed. It's a nice bike.
yeah, yeah. If I had got any 30s, it would be that one. That one was dope. I changed the color
So
up a
hey,
little
so
bit.
real quick, another thing that I'm most likely probably gonna get. I'm not sure yet. Like I need to butter it up to my wife because it ain't that cheap. It's a Saran. I'm getting a
Oh,
Saran
oh
soon.
yeah,
I'm,
okay,
I, I mean, let me rephrase that. I want one because
yeah,
I'm gonna say that and then it's not gonna happen because I'm fucking myself up. But
yeah,
I want one. So one of my buddies got one. I've been eyeballing one. I told him about it and he went and got one right away. And I was like, fuck, I want to get one. So
yeah.
those Sarans are pretty nice, bro.
I like those, but I'm like, man, if I'm gonna spend like almost 5 grand on an e-bike, I feel like I need to just get me a full-on street bike, and just
Yeah, but you can't do the same things on a street bike, bro.
I know, you
There's a
can't.
difference.
Yeah,
See, and I could ride bikes. I could ride street bikes, bro. I haven't rode one in a long time.
yeah,
I'd be popping. I don't pop wheelies on bikes. I can't,
yeah,
but I pop wheelies on motorcycles. But um, I'm scared, bro, because I know myself. I'll just be, just like
yeah,
the reason why I don't wheelie, and not because I just haven't set myself to learn because the more I feel like I learn, I'm gonna want to do something crazier and
right,
crazier and crazier and crazier.
right,
Then I'm gonna be getting hurt, and that shit costs me money, bro.
right.
You know?
I'm
In
I'm
the
the same
beginning,
way, bro. I'm the same way. People be like, oh, how come you don't wheelie? How come you don't do this? And I'd be like, bro, I did all that already when I was a kid. I was wheeling on dirt bikes. I was wheeling on my like pedal bike. I was wheeling on everything. And I'm like, now if I go down, like I'm gonna lose money. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to chance it.
that happened. That happened to me
Yeah,
in the beginning. I was trying, and we were trying. Everybody in the beginning when we first started doing the ride outs, everybody there's probably like a handful of people that were willing, 2 or 3. We were trying and trying on one of the ride outs, bro. Here we are. Man, I got my wheel up, forgot to hit the brake, so I bail. Boom, hit myself, bro, and I hit my knee. Right. I got back up, jumped on my bike. I'm good. Let's go. Dude, we must have done 28 miles that day after that.
yeah.
It was in the beginning of the ride. Dude, my knee looked like a watermelon, dude, when I got home.
Ooh.
And I was out for at least 6 weeks, bro, and at least
Yeah.
4 weeks of work. That shit cost me money, dude.
Right.
I
Right.
told I can't. I'd rather not wheelie, bro.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I'm gonna only try something worse now. Peg wheeling, and then look at what DZ
Right.
did. That was crazy,
Right,
bro.
man. DZ is next level, bro. Next level. That's my guy, man. He lived right down the street from me. So any
I
day of
know.
the week, I'd be like, pull up, bro. We just sit in the house, talk, chat, do a ride around. I mean, DZ is that's the dude right there, man. Shout out to DZ. Yeah, man. But yeah, I'm the same way. I'm like, look, I can't afford to be out here hurt over riding bikes. Like I just for me, just getting out here, just getting away from, just all the noise at work, this and that, and just rolling, cruising, having conversation. That's all I need. You know what I mean? That's all I need, man. Yes, sir. That's all I need. Oh, you know what? Here's a good one right here. Favorite ride out. And it don't even have to be your ride out, but like a favorite ride out that you just can think of like, you know what, man, I like that ride out. Or one that you heard of that you like, I want to hit, I want to go to that
I'm gonna say my favorite ride out, bro, is Santa Cruz ride out, bro.
one.
I
Yeah,
mean, this year was different. Not saying
yeah,
that it was bad. It was a dope ride. Santos hold it down, but it wasn't in Santa Cruz. That
yeah,
was what But
yeah.
I ended up going. That's my birthday, so this is my third year, and I ended up staying in Santa Cruz with a couple of homies and my wife. So we ended up having a blast there.
Oh,
But
okay.
yeah, that's my favorite ride, man. Santa Cruz, and then also I'm gonna throw in um, Vegas. I'm gonna do top three.
Okay.
Well,
So
not
Santa,
top three in order. Not top three in order. Just like my best three ride outs.
yeah,
Santa Cruz, um, Seven Shit, the Vegas ride. But
yeah.
but but I'm gonna put up little clause in there. The first time we went out there, we rode through the strip. That was phenomenal, bro. That was amazing.
Was that the one like 2 years ago?
Yeah,
Okay, I was there.
three
Yeah.
years ago. I think
3
three
years?
years ago.
Yeah, might have been. Yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah,
last year was the year before was
yeah,
okay. The year before that was when they did it at and we 2000 3000 riders going down the strip. That shit was.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
another one is the end of the summer banger. That shit is one of my ride outs. It's a collab that I do with Felice. Shout out Felice
yeah,
from SD.
yeah,
That ride is just always good vibes, man. Last
yeah,
year we kind of had. I was kind of keeping track of like a uh, um, little record of how many, what ride out has the biggest turnout. So last year last year it was the end of the summer. It was a 619 Unity ride, and
yeah.
then it was the end of the summer banger took over the record, and this year end of the summer banger again. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a good turnout, man. Good vibes,
Man,
good
I
energy.
was I was so disappointed in myself. I got there and you guys had already started, so I caught up to you guys. And right when I saw you guys, I rode through the grass at some just random spot. I was like, just cut through the grass, cut through the grass. I came over to the sidewalk area where they were at by the roller coaster and all that stuff. And then I hear, and I'm like, what the hell? So I'm looking, I'm like, oh my God, I got a flat. Not only did I have a flat, I had about 16 thorns in the front tire and the back
From
tire,
that little
bro,
grass spot.
from that little grass area I rode in. It was just like riddled all the way around the tire. So I knew my front tire had slime. So I pulled them all out. Front tire was perfect. That back tire didn't stand a chance, bro. I didn't have slime in there. And so I was like, all right, let me hurry up and change it. So I hurry up. I checked the tire as best as I could, check everything. I put the inner tube in there that I had. I had my spare. A guy over there was giving out free air at that bike shop right there. Not bike shop, but the rental place. Went over there, aired it up, and you were like, hey, we rolling, we rolling. I'm like, perfect. Start riding. And next thing I know, the back wheel felt like it was coming off. And I was like, what the hell? And I look back there, tire flat again. I'm like, bro, what is going on? So
He
then I
forgot
pull,
he missed a thorn or something,
I
and it
missed a
just
thorn.
popped.
It
Yeah.
was a thorn. It was a thorn that was in between the tire, but you couldn't feel it from the top. You couldn't feel it from the
And
bottom
when you
until you aired
squeezed
it
it,
up. Yeah,
yeah.
until you aired it up and put pressure on it, then that little bitty thorn went back in. And I was like, bro. So I was like, all right, I called Pops. Pops was like, I'm gonna come back and get you. They're gonna stop at this other spot. I'm gonna come get you, take you to your truck. You can fix it, then I'll drop you off at the other spot. So I'm like, all right, cool. So he comes back, he picks me, takes me over there, drops me at my truck. And right when I get done and ready to go, I'm like, wait a minute. I see everybody coming back. And I was like, I'm like, wait, what? The whole ride came back, bro, and it was done. I was like, oh my God. I didn't do none of
Nah,
the ride.
we didn't stay too long because at the other spot was Lost Street Park, and that's where I ended up having Felice and I got ice cream for everybody pretty much. We got like I think like 250 ice creams.
Damn.
But we weren't trying to hang out. Like I was. So one thing I was trying to do was avoid us chilling, especially like at the roller coaster because there's a liquor store there.
Yeah.
Personally, I've been trying to like like avoid the whole heavy drinking at ride outs. It's a touchy subject, bro. But me
Yeah.
personally, I don't condone that. I drink and I smoke, you know what I mean. But I don't condone the whole getting off faded and all that stuff. But so I was trying to, we came with this plan. Like even last year, the whole ride out was like a chill. At the after we had a barbecue for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody was hanging out. This year, I told Felice like, because that being transpired at Ride House, I don't want to do it like that. We want to do something different
Yeah.
where we want to focus on riding bikes. We're not going to be focusing on hanging out doing a barbecue because that's a whole nother ball game,
Right. Right.
So that was the whole get down was we didn't want to like our breaks were timed to where like, all right, we're here for a couple minutes, boom, boom, let's roll,
Yeah.
So and I apologize that you weren't able to ride with us, bro.
No, that's my fault.
Sucks,
That's my fault, man. That was my fault not checking that damn tire all the way.
Hey, but the good thing is though, because this year coming up, bro, I'm gonna slow down a little bit on doing too many rides. Last year I was focused on doing the weekly Thursday rides, and then we joined with we joined forces. There was 2 Thursday rides in San Diego. We joined forces, and I was doing it with SD Biking. It became too much on me, where like it was overwhelming. I think that's one of your questions, right? Like
yeah.
like how do you handle?
Yeah.
You know, it's tough, man. It's tough because the way I am, the way I function, whatever it is I do, I put my full 100% effort into it, bro. Like I'll do my homework, whatever it takes for me to do to be up on game on whatever it is that I'm doing at that moment. Man, when I was doing rides, I was taking a lot of my time. So, I took off for work for about 11 days. I got this job that I do out, this government job I do out in Fort Irwin. And that was when I kind of had a little realization where like I need to slow down with riding, with the ride outs that I'm doing because it's gassing me and I'm not focusing on my family, focusing on my business or even my poker, you know what I mean? Because when you're playing poker, you have to study, you have to, do your homework, you have to, So that was when I kind of made the call. Like I told these guys, hey man, like, Thursdays is becoming a little bit too much. So let's I'm going to take a step back. You guys can run it. So this upcoming year, I'm going to chill on rides, bro. I'm not going to try to do as many rides, but End of the Summer Banger will be back. That's for sure. That's for damn sure. That one's not going to go anywhere, bro. And neither is the Thanksgiving ride because that's where it all started. And then the toy drive, I almost didn't do it this year, but then I thought to myself, like, why am I going to not do that for these kids? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much where I stand for 2023, bro.
And that's still good, man, because it allows you, like you said, to focus and really organize it like way better as opposed to doing multiple rides where you're like, oh man, I'm like fumbling and this one I didn't get everything that I wanted to do on that, you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter about like the quantity, you know what I mean? For me, it's like the quality of it,
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see here. We got Alexandra. She said she had to do therapy on her knee right now. I feel you, girl. I'm in line for surgery. Like I have torn meniscus.
Tell her to look up Old Bones Therapy. They do like these little braces.
Yeah.
I've never used one, but I see a lot of my friends out here using them. I heard the guy's pretty cool. So I'm giving a quick shout out. Old Bones Therapy. He does knee braces and stuff like that. Check him out if you need one.
Yeah, man. I might. All right, Old Bones. If y'all watching or somebody know them, hit up Daily Night Rider. I might need to get one of those because I gotta have surgery now. Like it's getting to that point. It was all work stuff, but yeah, man, torn meniscus is not fun. So yeah, man. Let's see. I got a couple more. Then we gonna shut it down. Let's see. Favorite. Well, we already talked about that. Talk about favorite tricks and stuff like that. But do you have like for me, I like watching Beach Mode when he ride because he's like he's so relaxed on the bike. You'll see him like
Oh yeah,
completely laid out on the bike. He's like
eating a slice
hands
of pizza,
back.
bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
And
eating
you
a slice
know,
of pizza.
yeah. And you know who else I used to enjoy riding that he's not riding anymore, but on his 20 inch, it was a guy named Surf BMX.
Oh yeah, that's
I
my
used,
boy, bro.
man, I used to
Yeah,
love watching that dude ride.
yeah,
For
dude,
one, he
dude,
just
he's
reminded me of my son. And
dude,
for
he's the
two,
guy. He's one of the guys that was there the first big ride out that I went to, or the first 41 Thursday, right? And
mhm,
we went to downtown, bro. We went up this big ass hill where almost 95% of the people got off their bikes because there's no way you're only like Cheech and a couple people made it up, right?
yeah,
So everybody's waiting at the top. So boom, we get to the top, and I'm like, fuck, all right. And then they're like, hey, well, get ready. My boy tells me, get ready. We're about to bomb like the biggest hill in downtown. And I'm like, oh shit, fuck it, let's do this. That sounds fun. So we go, and before we go, the safety crew goes first to block all traffic. Bam,
right.
and boom, we go. I'm riding, bro. I swear to you, dude. Like I'm a good rider. I'm not like a trickster, but I could ride. I could do a couple
Yeah.
of jumps and stuff like that. But we were going so fast. Every time we would hit like an intersection with the little bumps, I had to hold on, hard because I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, if I lose, I'm gonna do the death wobble and I'm done, dude. We're hauling ass down this fucking thing, and I turn around and look at my boy Days. I'm like, yeah, you see this shit, yeah. And I turn this way, bro, and I see my boy Surf BMX on his bike surfing, bro, down this big ass hill. And I'm
Yeah.
sitting there looking
Yeah.
like, what the? Bro, I can't even hold on to my steering, the handlebars. This fool surfing, bro.
Yeah.
That was, yeah, dude. So at the end of it, oh, and then Frost was recording them the whole time. Frost was over there recording them, and I didn't even know
Dang,
Frost
man.
or nothing. So when we get back, I told that guy, hey, who are you recording, bro? That fool's, yeah, that's that fool. That's the homie, bro. Little
Yeah.
surf, and I went over there, introduced myself. Hey, dude, like, damn, you were getting it, boy. Like, damn, you weren't
Yeah.
scared to fall. If you
Nope.
fall, bro, man, your skins are getting peeled back, bro. And he was just
Right.
like, I've been doing this for a while. And I was like,
Bro, talk
man,
about no
big props.
fear, man. Shout out to Surf BMX, but talk about no fear. I mean, I saw this dude. We were like I forgot where we were at, but we were somewhere in LA. Cars is coming everywhere. Like a car jumped out in front of me. I had to swerve. So there was cars just coming out of the woodworks because the ride was so spread out. And I'm looking at my son. I'm like, hey man, be careful out here. And I look over to my right, and it is Surf. He's backwards on his bike, pedaling, and he's got this big, huge slice of pizza, and he's just munching, and like never looked behind him the whole time, like a full like 2 3 minutes
Crazy
just
control,
riding,
right? Straight
eating the
control,
pizza,
bro. Like,
never once looked behind him. I'm like, so I got closer and I started recording. I'm like, bro, I haven't seen you turn around to even look to see what's behind you. Like, why won't you look behind you? He was like, because I'm not done with my pizza yet. And I was like, bro, I'm dead.
yeah.
I'm
Hey, a
like,
couple rides after, I sat down and talked to him. He's a good kid, man. He's
yeah,
got a
he
lot
is.
going on, and
Yeah,
I haven't seen him in a while. I hope he's doing good. If you see this, man, big ups to you, bro.
yeah.
But yeah, man, he's a good kid, bro. I like that guy. He's solid.
Yeah, man. I was keeping in touch with him for a while. He wasn't like posting or anything, riding or anything, but he still had his IG up. So I was hitting him up sporadically throughout recent times. And when the tragedy happened with Cakes, that was the last time we talked. And then I think
Right.
like that next week he just deleted everything, and I haven't been in contact with him. But if anybody knows Surf BMX, y'all got a number for him, man. Shoot it to me. Love to get in contact with him, man. Let's see what else we got here. We talked about the balance of it all. We talked about events. We talked about the routes, how you came up with them, and I think we covered everything, brother. I think we got everything. Yeah, we talked about the ride outs that you like, your top three you put in there, and we talked about other hobbies. Man, we got it all. Yes, sir. We got
We're
it all.
good. Hour and a
Yeah,
half in,
man.
bro.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add to it that maybe I didn't have in the questions that you want to add to it, or any shout outs or anything like that you want to throw in there?
Oh man, shout outs. I got so many, bro. Like I'll start with God, bro. Thank God for everything, man. Like I'm
Right.
blessed, like the reason why I do things because I feel like I'm giving back. I'm not trying,
No,
I'm
you
not
most
getting
definitely
for,
are, bro.
but
Most definitely are.
big ups to my wife and my kids, bro. They're my circle. That's like beyond,
Right.
that's my circle. And
Right.
then yeah, dude, I'm all my San Diego people, bro. Everybody out
Yeah.
here, bro. Like, everybody, San Isidro border town, steady pedaling, SD biking, no panic, keep it rolling, shit, dude. Wise, Ran, all everybody, bro. Like,
Everybody. Yes,
you know what I
sir.
mean? Like, we're one big family, bro. And there's issues with families and
Oh yeah.
dysfunctions and shit. But you know what, man? We all enjoy this riding bikes. That's what I'm gonna say. Actually, now that you asked that, that's the food for thought that I'm gonna leave all you guys with is what do we what's more important in our life when we're out here doing what we're doing, and I
Right.
think the most important thing is getting on our bikes, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like all the other extra shit, like for example, I'm gonna speak on it. Politics, bro. What jersey you're wearing? Do you come to my ride out? Have you
Right.
posted my shit?
Right.
Do you kick it with my boys? Are you cool with him? Hey, bro, what's more important? All that bullshit,
Right.
or getting on your bike and riding it and enjoying yourself and finding
Right.
that outlet of peace for that moment,
Man.
So
Speak
that's
on
what I'm
it.
gonna leave you guys with, bro.
Yes,
Is
sir.
what differentiate put weight on what's more important to you. That's it,
Right.
so.
And I'm gonna just add to it, man. And with all that going on and the chaos when you at the ride outs and stuff like that, and you look to your left or you look to your right and you see a little 5-year-old, 4-year-old just staring at you and you doing what you do, like that, like the good books say, take up your own cross, like examine yourself and be like, look, this kid is gonna grow up to be X, Y, and Z. We don't know, but if he's looking at me and my doing the best example like that I can do for this person, for this
Yep.
kid, you know what I mean? Because like you said, man, that's what we out here doing it for, is for these kids, and try to show them the way so that they can grow up and keep this going, but they
That's
have to
that's
see that
that's facts,
leadership.
bro. That is
They got
facts,
to see
bro.
it.
Because man, these kids nowadays. One thing I'm gonna say, man, these kids are way more advanced than when we were because their
Yeah.
technology, their
Yeah.
access to information, and the technology they have is so
At the
quick.
fingertips. Yep.
So you might think, man, oh, these kids are busy on their phone. They're not watching
Right.
me do this or
Now
do that.
they're
These kids
watching.
are watching,
They're
and
watching.
they're only gonna do what we do, man. So just be mindful.
Right.
Don't be like one thing that I've noticed at ride outs and it bums me out, bro, is the littering, dude. Like I don't understand why it's
Yeah.
so hard for you to just pick up after yourself, or
Right.
if you see your neighbors throwing trash, bro, go pick it up. You don't have to talk shit. Just go pick it up. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, let's take care of what we're doing here. The
Right.
last thing I want to see is somebody getting hurt or a ride getting shut down because XYZ reasons. Those are the last things I want to see. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right, man. I remember just real quick, I was on a ride out in Long Beach. And I guess, I don't live in Long Beach. I don't know the politics in Long Beach, but I know they had some stuff going on with rides and police and this and that. And one particular ride we were at, man, like the police was trying to run people off of the streets. Like it was crazy. I've never seen this before where the police like came in the ride out on the motorcycle and like picked one person out and like chased him down through the crowd on his motorcycle. And the funny part, he got on the curb and was chasing them on the bike, and he was on his motorcycle, and he kept yelling on his loud PA speaker, "You're not allowed to be on the curb while
And
biking."
he's doing
And
the
he's
same
on
thing.
a motorcycle right behind him, chasing him, and he was yelling back. I was like, "You're on a motorcycle, stupid! You're chasing me!" It was
I
just
seen
so
that video,
funny. Yeah,
bro. I seen the video. Yeah, yeah.
it was hilarious. But shout out to Steel, man. He was the one, man. Chain game, but
Oh
it
yeah,
was
yeah, my boy.
hilarious. And he got singled out because Steel's a big boy, and this officer thought this would be an easy catch, but Steel can
Still
ride.
can pedal,
Steel can
boy.
ride. Steel hit a little turn. Bunny hopped over a curb, and the police. He got locked in. He couldn't back because the whole ride was going by, and it was epic, bro. It was epic, but. I don't know why I brought that story up, but it was just funny,
No,
man.
no, it brought something up that I don't want to leave without saying is be mindful, man. A lot of times we deal with these people driving these vehicles, and you don't know what they're going through. You don't know their mindset
Yeah.
of what they're thinking. So one thing I know is the last thing you want to do is go up against a car, but you're not gonna fucking win. There's no
Right.
winning, bro. You're
Right.
gonna lose. I don't care what kind of bike you have. I don't care how
Right.
quick you are. One thing that I'm gonna say is be mindful with these vehicles. Be nice. Defuse the situation. There's no
Right.
need. There's no need to like amp up somebody that you're holding up. Just
Right.
tell them nicely, hey man, give us a second. We'll be on our way, and you'll be able to be on your way. So just be mindful of those things, because that's part of our safety, as well. Because if these cars, I mean, dude, if one guy's having a bad day one day, just got into a fight with his girl or something,
Right.
and he sees this ride holding him up, you don't know what he's thinking. He might plow through the crowd, and then
Right.
that's something we don't want to see. So
Right. And we've
um,
seen that on the news just lately in LA, right by where my grandmother lived at, man. A nurse, out of all people, a nurse was doing like 100 miles an hour coming down Slauson or La Brea, I can't remember which street, and she just blew right through a red light, and she killed like I think 9 people, injured 7 people, something crazy. And she was a
and it
nurse.
could be anything, bro.
Yeah.
It could be a they're going through a health situation where I don't know, they're having a stroke or something, and or whatever. It could be
Right.
anything. It could be just they had a bad day, and then
Right.
you know so that's another thing I definitely didn't want to leave without saying was be mindful of people driving their cars around ride outs, because the last thing you want to see is somebody go up against a car.
Right.
And yeah, so that's another thing
Right.
for sure.
That brings up all the swerving and everything else. Like we can go on and on with that. I mean,
No, and
like,
I like seeing that, bro. I like seeing the kids do their thing, man. Like some I've been called, oh, you're one of the older guys. You don't want to see us have fun. Nah, bro, like you're tripping. I like seeing that. It's
right.
just
I just want to see you
again,
do it safely.
there's a time and a place for everything. Like
Right.
you want to swerve the bus, bro?
Right.
Really?
Right.
And then if something happens, they want to be the victim. It's like,
Right.
nah, bro. You're
Right.
the one that was looking for it. So
Right. I think we all saw that. It was a video that surfaced in Santa Monica where somebody tried to swerve a Prius and didn't make
hit
it
them.
back,
Yeah.
and it got hit. Yeah, and I can't remember who it was, but I know he got thrown off the bike, and the bike was destroyed and tore like the whole bumper off the Prius. Somebody's got to pay for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, but why?
Hey, real
You
quick,
know?
George, hit me in the DM, bro. I'll
I
tell
just
you
seen that.
I'll tell you who to check out. I know you're looking for some rides here in San Diego. So if you want to follow like SD Biking, Steady Pedaling, Border Town, Tijuana BMX, big shout out Tijuana BMX. They just started a little club down here. But yeah, man, send me a DM. I'll shoot you to what ride out to. There's almost a ride every day of the week here in San
Right.
Diego, bro. So
Right. The
more
bike
than
life
enough.
community is flourishing. That's for sure in SD, man. Let's see. I'm gonna run through these comments real fast, just to make sure I didn't leave anybody out, because I did just see that. I left it on him. That was George Jackson, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I saw that one. Yep. Somebody said just get out and ride. Exactly.
I
Yes,
see Larry's
sir.
on. What's up, Larry?
Yeah, wet paint. Wet paint is in your area now.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
know. He told me last time, but he's been a little busy, and I was like, I
Yeah,
seen him ride.
man.
I think he rode last Thursday with No Panic and Rudy and them. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yes,
Yeah,
sir.
okay, so yeah, man. I was gonna go ride LB Sunny, but okay. So yeah, man, we got everybody. Fever, yep. He put you in the right. Yep. So we got everybody, man. Shout out to Wet Paint. But yeah, man. Hey man, look, I appreciate you coming on here. I know we was kind of lengthy. I'm looking at the clock, but I think we covered everything, bro. And like I said, man, when I thought about doing this stuff segment for kids and having kids on here talking, like you first person that popped in my head. I was like, I gotta have Fever on here, man. Not only is he a dope individual just to talk to, cool person, down to earth, but just the work that you're doing for these kids is just phenomenal, man. I can't think of too many other groups here that are even doing it on that level that you're doing just by yourself. You know what I mean? So, I'm kind of like, I just want to make sure we give everybody they flowers that deserve it. You know what I mean? And you are most definitely one of them dudes. And every time I see you, man, it's always a pleasure. You know what I mean? Riding with Fever.
Same, bro. Same. I appreciate it, man. I like I said, man, I made my change probably about 14 years ago, bro, and I've been good, and I don't do this to be like recognized, or somebody tapped me on the back, I've been asked before, like, why do you post all this shit? And I'm like, you know what? I posted to inspire somebody else to do something good in their life, you know,
Right.
and I'll share this. I'm gonna put this person kind of on blast, but I was, you know, I somebody reached out to me and they're like, hey man, like I love your nonprofit, you know, fundraiser thing you're doing. I would love to do the same thing. And he goes, I just don't know how to do it. And I gave him some pointers, and it's Pops' son, and he's trying to do it. You know, he's trying to do raffles to raise money to get kids on bikes, and I thought that was super dope. And I told him, you know, do it, man. Like it's not easy, but it's not
Right.
hard. It's just
Right.
just applying yourself to wanting to do it. You know,
Right.
and I
And
told
keep
him,
at it.
yeah, and I told him, and I go, you know, it'll work, and if it doesn't work, you tried, bro, and you did it for the right reasons, you know.
Right.
So that's why I post things, and that's why I do what I do, man. Like I do it to inspire people, because one day I'm gonna be gone, bro. One
Right.
day my time's gonna come. And one thing that I learned when I made the change in my life was like, how are people going to remember you when you're gone? Because that's
Right.
all you leave behind. Like,
Right.
is there an afterlife? Who knows? We're going to find out when we're there.
Right.
But for the most part, what we do leave behind is our memories.
Right.
So, you know, one day I'm gonna be gone. You're gonna be remembering this video. You're gonna be remembering the memories we had, and I'm hoping that they're great memories.
Right.
And I'll be honest, bro. The person I was before, I wasn't a good person, and I didn't want to leave those memories behind. So that was my change, and that's it. You know, it's
Yeah.
what memories are we leaving behind when we're gone?
Right. No, you absolutely right, bro. I mean, I just wish that I would have started this, you know, before we know what happened with Cakes. Like, I wish I would have had this on film, you know what I mean? Just so that we can all look back and always reference what great person. I mean, there's so many videos out there, but it would have been nice to just have something lengthy, you know what I mean? To be like, just to sit and listen. You know, I know we all
Yeah.
miss her, and, you know, it's just like, that was just, like you said, a hard pill to swallow for everybody. But
But
I
look at
wish
how
I would have had this.
look at how impactful the short time.
Right.
Because I mean, I could say I've only known her. I met her 2020 on my birthday. That was her first big ride out, bro.
Yeah.
And look at how many memories we have. I'm getting chills, dude. I'm telling you
Right.
this, but you know how many memories she left behind
Right.
with just that small amount of time of that good energy that we were putting out.
Right.
You know,
That impact.
and that is it, bro. That is huge. That's why it was so impactful for everybody, not just for like her close friends, but dude,
Right.
like, I mean, out of the state, people in the East
Right.
Coast and Midwest were talking about it, and you know, yeah, it was the memories that you leave behind, and she left some great memories, bro. Like, I'm
Right.
never gonna forget that young lady, bro. You know,
Right.
never.
Right.
And shout out to Irene, man. Like, you know, I've done a few things to try to help her out, and she's actually donated to one of my buddies' passing actually that she bought a ticket for that raffle, which was
Oh,
super dope.
okay.
And
Yeah.
shout out to her and you know, little DJ, and
Yeah.
you know, you know, it's a tough one, man. But you know, that I think my honest opinion is her passing wasn't in vain.
Right.
I think it was a big reality check for a lot of people, and I think it's helped, you know, because
Yeah.
I see a lot of slowdown too with a lot of things after that happening. You know, people
Yeah.
implementing a little bit more safety precautions and being
Right.
aware of that. So,
Right. Right.
you
And
know,
like you say, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's about these kids, and also for everybody else, just making it home to your loved ones. So we gonna end it on that note, man. And like we said, just, you know, when you guys are out there riding, just make sure you're doing everything in your power to be safe, so you can make it back home to your loved ones. Because that's what it's all about. So
that's
yeah,
right. I
man.
appreciate you having me on here, bro.
Yes, sir.
Mad love, mad respect, bro. And
Yes, sir.
that goes for anybody, bro. If you guys ever need anything, man, if I could help you, you need somebody to talk to, tap in, bro. Shit, dude, let's do this. My
Yes, sir.
boy Skedaddle just checked in right now. He's Skedaddle OG. That's one of the guys that I started this whole movement with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's one of the four that was with me with we went up to 41 Thursday, and here's the scoop. His handle before Skedaddle used to be Keep It Rolling. So when we all got together to try to name a ride, the ride, we came up with, oh, dude, that sounds dope. Keep it rolling. So we went with that. So in reality, Keep It Rolling, that's him. He's the OG Keep It Rolling. That's one of the
Okay.
guys that,
Named after him. Yes,
but yeah,
sir.
man, I thank you, bro. And like I said, if you guys ever need anything, bro, tap in with me. If I can help you, I will. Mad love,
Oh
mad
yeah.
respect.
Oh
And
yeah.
we are a family, bro. We are a
Yes,
family.
sir.
Bike Life family for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you guys heard it, man. Another one in the books. Fever right there, man. If you guys ever need anything or just got any questions, you need the ride outs in San Diego or just the information or you want to know how to get involved, how to donate to them, feel free to hit them up. The Instagram is Fever1, correct?
Yeah,
Fever,
Fever
the number one.
FEVER underscore ONE. Fever underscore ONE. So
There,
Fever underscore one. Yeah.
there it is. So if you guys ever want to reach out, organize something, or just send them the donations to help get these kids on bikes and keep that movement going, there it is.
Yes, sir. Thank you very
Yes,
much,
sir.
bro. I appreciate you, man. You guys
All
have a good
right.
rest of your night, bro.
Yes, sir. I'll see you. Yes, sir. And there it is, you guys. Another one in the books. We appreciate Fever for jumping on here and just blessing us with that knowledge, that information. Um, let's see. Next, I don't know, yeah, next week, 11:15, Redlands takeover. So stay tuned for those flyers because we'll be out there taking that over. Again, when you see us pull up on it, anybody outside of Jersey, we're going to slap you. Just say, slap me, bam, we're going to slap you. That's what we do. And let's see. Next week, man, we got a treat all the way from Cleveland. It's Bike Life Ian. So if you don't know who that is, check them out. Bike Life Ian, all the way from Cleveland. We'll be stopping through and talking with us. They also have a lot of things going on out there with the kids as well. So we'll be talking to Bike Life Ian about what's going on in Cleveland. So yes, sir. You guys appreciate you guys rocking with me. Again, my name is Daily Night Rider. If you heard something that you like or you like something that you heard, please feel free to drop me a follow. Daily NITE Rider. Yes, sir. And that's the show, man. Anything other than that, we'll see you guys out on 2. Peace.